Preface of Our Little Siamese Cousin. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Kay Hand. Our Little Siamese Cousin by Mary Hazelton Blanchard Wade. Preface. Many years ago there came to America two young men who were looked upon as the greatest curiosities ever seen in this country. They belonged to another race than ours. In fact, they were of two races, for one of their parents was a Chinese, and therefore of the yellow race, while the other was a Siamese, belonging to the brown race. These two young men left their home in faraway Siam and crossed the great ocean for the purpose of exhibiting the strange way in which nature had joined them together. A small band of flesh united them from side to side. Thus it was that from the moment they were born to the day of their death, the twin brothers played and worked, ate and slept, walked and rode at the same time. Thousands of people became interested in seeing and hearing about these two men. Not only this, but they turned their attention to the home of the brothers, the wonderful land of Siam, with its sacred white elephants and beautiful temples, its curious customs and strange beliefs. Last year the young prince of that country, wishing to learn more of the life of the white people, paid a visit to America. He was much interested in all he saw and heard while he was here. Now let us, in thought, return his visit, and take part in the games and sports of the children of Siam. We will attend some of their festivals, take a peep into the royal palace, enter the temples, and learn something about the ways and habits of that far-away Eastern country. End of preface. Chapter 1 of Our Little Siamese Cousin. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Kay Hand. Our Little Siamese Cousin by Mary Hazelton Blanchard Wade. Chapter 1. The First Birthday. If you had seen Chin when he was born, you would have thought his skin yellow enough to suit anybody. But his mother wasn't satisfied, for the baby's nurse was told to rub him with a queer sort of paste from top to toe. This paste was made with saffron and oil, and had a pleasant odor. It made Chin's skin yellower and darker than ever. It did not seem to trouble him, however, for he closed his big brown eyes and went to sleep before the nurse had finished her work. After this important thing had been done, the tiny baby was laid in his cradle and covered over. This does not appear very strange until you learn that he was entirely covered. Not even the flat little nose was left so the boy could draw in a breath of fresh air. It is a wonder that he lived, for his home is very near the equator and the weather is extremely warm there all the time. But he did live and grew stronger and healthier every day. Each morning he was rubbed afresh and stowed away under the covers of his crib. He had one comfort, although he did not realize it. The mosquitoes could not reach him, and that was a greater blessing than you can, perhaps, imagine. There are millions of these insects in Siam. Yes, billions, trillions, and the people of that country are not willing to kill one of them. Destroy the life of a living creature? It is a dreadful idea, Chin's mother would exclaim. Why, it is against the laws of our religion. I could never think of doing such a thing, even if my darling boy's face were covered with bites. If she were to see one of Chin's American cousins killing a fly or a spider, she would have a very sad opinion of him. She was only 14 years old when Chin was born. People in our country might still call her a little girl, yet she kept house for her husband and cooked and sewed and spun and watched over her new baby with the most loving care. The father was only a little older than the mother. He was so glad that his first baby was a boy that he hardly knew what to do. He was quite poor and had very little money, but he said, "I am going to celebrate as well as I can." Rich people have grand parties and entertainments at such times. I will hire some actors to give a little show at any rate. He invited his friends, who were hardly more than boys themselves, to come to the show. The actors dressed themselves up in
Sample complete. Ready to continue?